A good many years ago, I came across a helpful phrase. There's no such thing as failure, there's only feedback. Suppressing my desire to shout, "Of course there's failure!" I decided to ponder it. Failure is all about mindset. Every time you fail, you're getting new information about something that doesn't work. So treat every failure as a gift of knowledge. Because we learn more from our failures than we ever learn from our successes. And I think if you reflect on your career to date, you'll probably realise that's true. Here's another reframe of failure. If you aren't failing, you aren't innovating. Because if you always succeed, chances are you're just repeating a standard formula for success that you've used time and time again. And that means you aren't developing, you aren't growing, you aren't progressing. Failure is a sign of progress. This is the origin of the fail fast approach to business and entrepreneurialism. It sees failure as a sign of creativity and innovation. And the idea of failing fast is to make sure that as soon as you failed, you learn your lessons and you innovate again to put right the sources of failure the last time. Try new stuff. If it works, bank it. If it doesn't, move on and try something new. In fact, it's research that really underpins the extent to which we learn more from our failures than we ever do from our successes. And I have wondered about whether it's possible to create a training course in project management that fundamentally sets the person who's taking that training up to fail time and time and time again, and every time they fail, to help them to learn from that failure. I haven't yet figured out how to do that and to keep people motivated, because most people are motivated by success, even if they learn from failure. So, failure's a good thing, right? Well, up to now you might think it is, but it's all about context. Because as a project manager, your job is not to fail, it's to succeed. Failure is expensive. It loses time, it loses money, and sometimes it means you don't access the benefits that were promised from the project. Failure is definitely not a good thing. As a project manager, failure is your enemy, and yet report after report after report, whether it's from Standish or the Association for Project Management or the Project Management Institute, they all tell us that far too many projects fail. They fail to deliver on time, they fail to deliver to budget, they fail to deliver the benefits that were planned. What failure really means is that something went wrong or someone did something wrong. The most important thing about failure is what you do about it. Do you attempt to brush it under the carpet, or do you own up to it, embrace it, learn from it, and move on? Wisdom is a valuable differentiator. If you want to go from being a poor or an average project manager to an excellent or an exceptional project manager, it's often wisdom that will make the real difference. And where does wisdom come from? It comes from reflecting on our experiences. If you quickly put failure behind you, you are wasting it. If you take time to reflect on what you can learn from it, that's how you can harvest the wisdom from it. By the way, we don't have time to make every single mistake possible, which is why I've made an assessment of the 10 principal causes of project failure and all the variants that I can find on each of them. And I've turned it into a single simple ebook, and more useful perhaps, to a video course that you can take. I'll put links to both in the description below, including a discount if you choose to take the course having watched this video. Avoiding project mistakes is a vital skill. Failure is an important way to learn, but too much failure is going to crush your career before you get started. So embrace failure as a way to grow in wisdom, and embrace learning as a way to avoid unnecessary failure. Please give us a like if you've enjoyed this video. There's loads more great project management content to come, so please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any of it. And I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.